Hello, everyone. This is the Reverend, and according to my wife, I am the world's strongest and nerdiest preacher. What are your thoughts? Let's get into the video. Where could we fit orcs and elves and similar races into Marvel Comics? Personally, I think the elves could be in any of the dark, deep forests. The Amazon jungle, the jungles of Africa, you could definitely fit them in there. The orcs, I think, would have been mainly wiped out in most of the world, but I think they would have a stronghold within the mountains of the Savage Land. And I think they would do very well there, to be honest. Orcs are really strong. I mean, 6 to 7.5 feet tall and heavily muscled and just incredibly strong creatures. And they're really good at hunting and everything like that. Plus, if you get some of the orc variants that are mixed with ogre, you've got even more power. Sometimes you've got 8 feet tall or larger orcs that are just incredibly strong and may even have the powerful build trait, which allows them to lift as if they were a size category larger. So basically, you've got a orc lifting as if they're like 10 feet tall instead of they're 7 or 8 feet tall. You're just making them incredibly powerful. What are your guys' thoughts? Personally, I think that's where the orcs and the elves would fit in best. And I think the dwarves could fit in any of the mountain ranges, honestly, because they like to keep their entrances to the mountains hidden, and they're really kind of reclusive. So if you're not going out of your way to look for them, you're probably not going to find them. I think they could make some of the mystic weapons for, say, the mages of Marvel, like the Sorcerer Supreme, or any of the sorcerers that work in Hermitage. I think that people like Doom and Reed Richards might use them to help with some of their inventions. I think they could become an integral part of Marvel Comics if they were added in. I would love to see a separate universe where the races of the Forgotten Realms were on the Marvel Comics Earth. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that Earth had most of the same races of Toril at one point. And Aber Toril was just a variation of Earth. And I really want to see what happens when you put these races in Marvel. Say you put the Tritons in there, or the Sahuagin. That could completely shift the dynamics of Atlantis and Namor's kingdom. Now, I think Namor and Atlantis would still be the main power under the seas, but I think the introduction of, say, the Sahuagin could really change how things are going that way. I don't think they'd be able to keep hidden quite as long as they did if the Sahuagin existed. Because of the simple fact Sahuagin like to attack coastal towns. If the Illithids were in Marvel, I think that could definitely end badly. Especially if they got a hold of the right mutant. Now, I think they don't. There's no way they could convert, say, Wolverine or Deadpool or any of the mutants that have an extreme healing factor because, they're just heal the brain tissue after it's being eaten. And it'll take too long for the Illithid to do what it needs to do and it'll die, leaving the host completely intact. But when it comes to Colossus or Magneto or any of the other mutants without a healing factor, even like Professor Xavier, it's very possible that they could not only process and take over, but they might gain the mutant abilities of these mutants. Could you see an Elithid with the strength of Colossus? That would not be something you want to deal with. I mean, you've got an Elithid that can throw punches with dragons and giants and win. Not to mention the fact that this Elithid just became immune to frost, electric, and fire damage, as well as immune to damage from all non-magical weapon attacks, and probably most of the magical ones too. Tell me what your thoughts are here. Do you think that adding in the races of the Forgotten Realms into Marvel Comics would throw the balance off completely? Or do you think it would find its own balance in time? Let me know what you think. Hey everyone, I just want to make sure you know to like, comment, share, subscribe, and make sure the notifications are turned on so that you get all of my upcoming content. As always, I love you all and God bless.